think this is the first opportunity for him to taste what it's like to be the first team player. So everything's done professionally, and Chris and the guys have got the best bus, great hotel, good food. They're prepared properly, so there's no excuses. The FA Cup is just an opportunity for them to thrive on a bigger stage, where actually winning is more important than the Youth Cup. Not everything, but it's more important because you want to progress, so you get more opportunities to learn what it's like to be a first-team player. So it's a big occasion for the boys.
You mentioned it there, and obviously it's a cup competition, so winning does come into it, which maybe differs slightly from the normal Saturday. But how important is it for you as well to see how the players react to a bigger stage, a bigger game, more pressure?
Oh, I think for me that's everything. So we want to win, and we're going to go and try and win, and we're going to be positive and play the Watford way. However, it really is just another test of the players' mentality. So which ones rise to the challenge, which ones hide, because actually there's a consequence to every action. And I think for the staff, we just learn on what their mentality is like in a big game. We're winning, losing has a consequence.
What will be the preparation between now and now match time?
I think we'll arrive at the hotel around about 3 o'clock, 3:15. We'll get the boys off. We'll go for a walk for 20 minutes. We have a pre-match around 4:15. We'll sit. We'll just have a bit of a chat and just chill out, get some good food on board. Go leave the hotel around 5:15 to get there for 5:45, and then start on match prep. So we'll just remind the boys of just the game plan, give them some individual targets, and just remind them of set play duties, get out, warm up, and then we're ready to go. Just to stretch your legs. You've been on here for what, 3.5, 4 hours. We'll come back, you can have a bit of a pre-match, then we'll have just a chat. I'll just remind you of the objectives, tell you the team, and then we'll head off to the ground, because it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour. So get ready, and then we'll go and give Swansea a game.
Harry, we're sitting in the hotel, not long till kick-off now, not a couple of hours to go. Just give us an idea of how the boys are feeling and what it's like in the group.
I think we're confident. Everyone's looking to put in a good performance as a team, and hopefully we can get the right result to go with it as well.
You just had your pre-match chat. Is there a different feeling about a game like this than to maybe a normal game?
You could say it's maybe a bit of a special one. Everyone looks forward to playing in the Youth Cup, but it's the same game really, same game of football, so we'll be looking to win, as we always do.
What sort of mentality do you have going into a game like this? Because they're a good side, you know they're not a side that you come up against very often, although you did play them last year. What sort of mentality do you need going into a game like this?
You just expect them to have their quality on the game, and have to be ready for it and deal with it, and then also see if we can put our own ability and class on the game as well.
Spoke at the end of the meeting about confidence and David's confidence in the group. It must be going into a game like this, having that sort of that last kind of rallying cry to kind of go out there and put the performance in. Are you all confident?
We know we've got plenty of quality in this team. We've got Mike, who scored something like 25 goals, 20 assists. We've got Argo, loads of talent. All of our front players really, Denon, Kunle, Melando, all got the capability of hurting them. So yeah, we're going to this with good confidence. Yeah, we can cause them problems.
And then it's about us. And really, to be honest, the Youth Cup is not about us, it's about you. It's about you showing the right mentality to be brave, because there's something riding on the game. It's about you exciting the crowd. It's about you showing the right mentality. When the pressure's on, you can play. That's all the Youth Cup's about. And it'd be nice to have another round and another round. That'd be great. But tonight it's about us as a group, about us as an academy, but mainly it's about you. And we're looking for individuals that stand out. We want to be the best team. You've got to be the best unit up against the unit you're playing against, and then we need the best individuals. I'm confident we got all three. Confident. But it's no time. It's about us. It's about the team. So sometimes you're going to have to run when actually you might not normally run. You have to chase those lost causes down front, man. You might have to get pressure on the ball and slide the block one. You might have to do that for the team, because it gets everybody on the front foot. Everybody understand? Yeah? You got it? You ready to go? Yeah? I'm ready to go.
Lewis. Number 3 is Kai Owens. Number 4 is Jamie Latham. And there's the final score. Swansea City 3, Watford 1.
Okay, so we're with Harry after the game. Obviously, a disappointing 3-1 defeat. What was your views on the game overall?
I'd say we lacked quality at times. It was quite disappointing. I don't think we played to our potential as well as we could have done, and I think they were more ruthless than us, so they took their chances and we didn't. So.
Do you think that was the main difference between the two sides? The fact that when they had their chance, they took it, and you had a couple.
Yeah, I'd just say the main thing was how ruthless they were, and also I think that maybe they had a bit more quality than us at times. We didn't play to our full potential.
Do you feel that it was more Swansea playing well, or do you feel that you as a team could have offered more to the game, and on another day you could have come away with a result?
I'd say a combination of both, correct, and they did play with quality at times, but I wouldn't say we played as well as we could have done.
You started the game really well, you went 1-0 up and then seemed to not be able to keep up that pressure. Is that something that, obviously in hindsight, you could have pressed them more up higher up the pitch?
Yeah, maybe I think we dropped off, whereas maybe we would have been better off staying, keep pressing 9, keep them under pressure, but it's easy to see in hindsight, but at the time we should have just kept pressing instead of dropping off.
And what was the message in the change room after the game for the management staff in terms of going forward as a team and further development?
Yeah, just obviously to be disappointed, but make sure we learn from it and going forward just develop ourselves as players, keep trying to improve ourselves.
David, a disappointing result in the end. What did you make of that tonight?
Yeah, we are disappointed. We think we've got some boys that can perform on the big stage who didn't tonight. It's a good learning curve for them. We have some big games coming up. But after starting so well and pressing and sticking to the game plan and scoring from it, the biggest disappointment is they didn't keep doing what was successful, and we need to learn from that, because we were good enough to play on the front foot, not to back off and let them dictate play. So we've spoke about it, and we'll learn from it and we'll work with them. But overall it was disappointing when we started so well in the game.
You talked about beforehand. You talked about character and it being a test of their character and their mentality. Do you think that was an important factor today? Was the mentality when going 1-0 up and the game plan went so well to begin with, then not capitalising on that once you went 1-0 up?
Yeah, I think speaking to the guys, obviously it's only my second game, but speaking to the guys, they fell behind in quite a few games and ended up coming back. Actually, they started brilliant. And to be able to keep that going and keep the momentum going is something they're going to have to learn from. I think the game plan worked, but only for about 6, 7, 8 minutes. And then actually they decided to try and protect what they had. Again, it's game management, which probably in youth football we don't talk about enough. But we're going to need to start talking about it, because they need to understand, and the better players need to understand what's successful and when it's successful, and that recognition of that. So, yeah, lots very disappointed, and the boys are disappointed, but lots to learn from, lots to learn, and that's what we're here. They're kids, they're not adults yet, but they need to learn fast.
There was some disappointed faces. It's quite a glum mood as the players were coming out. Is that almost just as important as the pitch as well, knowing what that feels like and being able to rectify that going forward?
I think that should be the motivation to take them forward. So the ones that, and they are disappointed, and rightly so, but the ones who learn from it and can embrace it and actually use it to drive forward, they're the ones that will make it and play in our first team. And we're here for individuals. It's nice to have a good team, but ultimately it's individuals that we're trying to push towards the first team and have some sort of value to them. So I think they should use this as a positive and say, I don't like this feeling, it's not going to happen again, and we'll train harder. We'll work with the individuals on certain areas and give them DVDs and get some feedback from them. But yeah, they have to. They can't like losing. They can't like not performing to the best of their ability. If they've got that, they've got half a chance, because they might do better. If some of them go away and they're not disappointed, I don't think they've got a chance in professional football. So that'll be up to them to change.
When we get back to UCL and start to analyse what happened, are there any positives that you can take out of the game?
Just really the start of the game. The game plan was right, and we can do it. We can defend from the front and win the ball high up the pitch. There was some good bits. It wasn't all negative, but we set high standards here. And the Watford way is that the kids that get into our first team have high standards and understand what success looks like. But there are some good boys. I've seen for the last couple of weeks on Saturday, there's some good boys. They didn't perform tonight, they just need to learn from it.